everybody. I'm so excited to be here in Austin. I believe that this is my first show here in Austin, and I'm from Marietta, Georgia. So I'm so thankful that my family could be here tonight too from Georgia. Um, and I'm so thankful too that I really, really appreciate what Aaron's doing here with having these rounds for artists because, part of what I do is band shows and, getting up and putting on a show. But I think the most important thing that I got into this for was telling stories and writing. And that's kind of it's definitely my favorite thing about what I do. So I love that he's spotlighting that tonight. And I'm so excited to share some of the stories with you guys and be able to kind of put the spotlight back on the songwriting for a night. So the first song I'm going to sing is a song called Ashtray. So I hope that you guys like it. I'm not going to get too much into the story. You never quit them, and I never quit you. Just one more hit. I'm your excuse. Sick scar on my arm. You left your mark. You get the fire, and I get the dark. Will you burn me up at the end of the night? Well, I never smoke, but I love that secondhand high. You're a cigarette, I'm your perfect match. The sum of your bad habits tarnish me black, and I'm chasing the aftertaste. I'll take the blame, and when your buzz fades, I'll be your ashtray. Taste the bitter on your lips. It must be the poison we couldn't resist. Well, you smoke when you drink. I ain't done when I leave. American spirits, they're flat on the concrete. You're a cigarette, I'm your perfect match. The sum of your bad habits tarnish me black, and I'm chasing the aftertaste. I'll take the blame, and when your buzz fades, I'll be your ashtray. Rolling flat when I drive back. Leave it to you to buy a new pack. Let it dry, breathe it in slow. Baby, make it last. We're burning low. You're a cigarette, I'm your perfect match. The sum of your bad habits tarnish me black, and I'm chasing the aftertaste. I'll take the blame, and when your buzz fades, I'll be your ashtray. Thank you.
What a beautiful song. What a way to start the evening, too. And one thing I didn't mention about Ava is she is very brave. to start with that song and have a psychologist that she doesn't know walk on stage. Oh, this guy might be asking me some questions about that, right? Where to go with this one? Like, first of all, I mean, just beautifully, lyrically, musically, and your voice just really stands out in that song. This was actually the second song that I heard from Ava that kind of blew me away and made me very curious about you. And I'll ask a couple questions about that, but also made me reflect on just, I don't know, I think the common assumptions or associations rather, is just situations and relationships that we get in that feel kind of poisonous or toxic, or that we're, playing a part in people's, addictions. I'll be your ashtray, you're a cigarette, we're a perfect match. And I'm just curious if you could share a little bit more about the influences of that song, your vulnerability in writing it and performing it, and really, to the degree you're comfortable, what's it about for you?
Well, I thought it was very interesting earlier tonight when you said, like, mature beyond your years, and I've gotten that a lot, and I don't think that that's through so much life experience as it is as a musician, going through experiences of, like, becoming who I am as an artist and a songwriter, because I think that stages that you go through of, like, a breakup or anything that you go through in your life, you have, like, healing stages of that, and, like, when you're understanding something and then you learn from it and then you grow from it. And I think as an artist and a songwriter, you go through that, but then you go through the stage of when you're creating a song. And I felt this very much when I was writing this song, because I went to some co-writers, and there's so many aspects that you feel of something. Like, there's sadness or there's anger, and then there's, like, oh, maybe it is my fault. And, like, I think that this song was the most that I've ever felt that, because I went to them and I'm like, I want to write about somebody who has an addiction that's very toxic, and it ends up, being your problem. And then it's like, well, my addiction is this person, so maybe it's my fault. Mm-hmm. And then it's, it kind of showcased in a way all the process of writing a song and feeling all the emotions. And that was something I really connected with. I wrote this with my friends, Natalie and Tico in Nashville, and they were like, damn, like, you're really, like, you're processing this right now. And I was like, that's the thing that I love the most, because I've been writing since I was, like, 15 years old, younger than that, 12 years old. That's awesome. And I think that's the way that I've grown the most emotionally, is writing, because you really have to dig in that, to figure out how you're feeling and write about it.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Let's hear about that. There you go. How have others responded to this song in the community, or fans of yours, etc.? Because it is different than some of your other songs.
Oh, yeah. This song is unreleased, so I haven't heard a lot about it yet. But I have heard about it from my manager and from my producer. And in the studio, this was, like, a really big turning point, because I had written songs that were very, like, Taylor Swifty, like innocent, like, oh, this is just, a love song. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to be honest. And this is the song that I took in the studio and took a really honest approach to. And I didn't try to filter it. I didn't try to make it like anybody that I aspired to be. And so I think that's the reaction I've gotten. It's like, okay, finally, you're finding yourself. Yeah. Like, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Write more like that. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Yeah. And this was also